It's a rare and valuable piece of Australian history, a first-hand account of World War I through the eyes of a 25-year-old soldier. The digger's diary has now gone on display, along with other memorabilia from the Great War. Letitia Lemke reports.
23-year-old Norman Pearce fought in Gallipoli and Egypt before landing in France in 1916.
A tremendous bombardment going on tonight on our right, and that is where we are going. This is the third night I've had without sleep and poor food. I'm beginning to feel the strain and my belt is shortened.
There were more than 500,000 casualties in the Allied forces in the Battle of the Somme alone, and after 5 months they'd advanced just 12 kilometres.
Our boys were terribly cut up in the last charge and thousands of dead and wounded are lying between the trenches.
These stories survived the trenches, making it back to Australia in a handwritten diary. Now, almost a century later, the work is going on display.
It's the power of the individual's record and when you then realise what he's given to for the country, that has the impact when you read it.
We don't have any surviving World War I diggers to tell us their stories, and so from that point of view, the diary is really important.
Family of the fallen digger gathered to mark the event. They didn't know the diary existed until it was discovered in an elderly aunt's estate.
It just shows how he was scared at times, and then it shows a lighter side of him when he got to France. He was talking about the French women and how lovely they were, but obviously they didn't measure up to the Australian women for him.
The final entry is dated November 8th. War records show Norman Pearce was fatally wounded in the Battle of the Somme later that month. His body was never returned home, but his diary will now be transcribed and join a collection of more than 400 at the State Library. Letitia Lemke, Lateline.